Hey there guys, we just got a massive news drop here on the MCC update coming out this spring. I'll be summarizing the massive wall of text that is this update report. Let's get right into it. Here in the first section, Sketch talks about how 343 will be more open with the fans in the future, and that the fans will be given updates every step of the way. He states, being transparent isn't always going to be easy. This does mean that there might be times we'll need to have some hard conversations with answers that not everyone will like. It also means that we might say things one day that change the next. We'd rather share as much as we can up front, even if we veer off course later. Now, I've got to say, this is actually starting out on the right foot. Section 2 is called Division of Labor. I'm going to kind of gloss over it. He basically talks about how 343 is creating its own experienced team. It's going to be a small team working on legacy titles. Legacy titles are going to be past Halo projects, which makes me wonder if they're going to work on Halo Reach or Halo 3 after this. I can't see what they could possibly do to those games unless they're going to support the community aspects of those games again. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Section 3 is called Requesting Backup. He says some exciting things in this section. It starts off with him talking about how they're going to be addressing bugs, updating old systems, adding visual enhancements, improving playlists, and then right at the end he talks about working on some bona fide new features, which gets me really excited about what they could be adding. Later on in the section, he talks about how they're going to achieve their goals. He says that they've tapped some external support to partner with us through the project. I'm guessing this means they have some external companies working on it. The next part of this update is called Taking Flight Together. Here, Sketch is talking about how the fans are going to be a huge part of the update process, how they're going to be calling out bugs and giving them information through the Halo Community Feedback Program, which is going to be giving them tons of information. They're going to be getting most of the bug reports that way. I'd say it's going to be a pretty big tool in helping them fix the game. The next section is really short. Basically, he's talking about how the way to get in early on the testing process would be to join the Xbox Insider Program. Also, they recommend joining the Halo Community Feedback Program. I'll put links to those down in the description below. This last section, Laying the Foundation, has a lot of information on what they already have done or what they plan on doing in the future, like end goals for this whole update process. So I'll be getting into that. So in the first part of this, he talks about how MCC's matchmaking system needed an update because Xbox's matchmaking system as a whole has updated since then, so MCC was very, very outdated. Then he goes on to talk about how the overall platform holding up all 8 engines needed serious updates. They completely updated it so that it could support Xbox One X features, and this is some exciting stuff. How they talked about how in the future they'd like to be able to add a custom game session browser for freaking Halo 3. That'd be crazy. Xbox Arena and Mixer support. Mixer kind of sucks. He goes on to talk about why it used to crash so much back in the day, why it would go down seemingly after every single match, after every single custom game. It's because every time that you'd unload an engine or load up a different game engine inside of the overall system, it would have to shut down every other game engine as a result. So it would take a serious toll on your network and your system. So they made it much more cleaner, much more smooth. They made it much easier so that it runs much better. This final bit here talks about how in the old MCC, it relied on peer hosting. Because, I mean, they had some dedicated servers, but for the most part, it fell back on peer-to-peer, which is like one person hosts the game while everyone else has to connect to them, which kind of sucks. A lot of people lag, other than the host has an advantage, typically. So they're talking about how the new version will now run exclusively on dedicated servers for matchmaking. I actually guessed this one in my speculation video. I'll put that link in the description below if you want to see everything else I've predicted. Some of it's probably wrong, but we'll see what happens. And that's it for this update. I gotta say, there's a lot of information here, a lot more information than I actually anticipated, and definitely a lot more information than we've gotten for the past 4 fucking years while they gave us nothing. So I will say this does not excuse that garbage. Alright, 343, this is good. I like it, but should have happened 4 years ago. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment below talking about what you want to see added. Be sure to check out my other content. See you guys later.